Bad Lieutenant was a 1992 crime drama film directed by Abel Ferrara, and it stars Harvey Keitel in what is possibly his best performance. There's Bad Lieutenant, there's the obscure movie Fingers from the 70s, and there's Mean Streets. Call any of those Keitel's best performances. Is this Keitel's best film? Well, I wouldn't say it. It's good. It's a good film. Don't get me wrong, but it just feels like Abel Ferrara was trying to give Keitel the film that Scorsese didn't. Because afterwards, beforehand, Keitel was like practically the original Scorsese leading man. I mean, he did his first film. He did Mean Streets. Like, he started Mean Streets with De Niro. And he had a supporting role in Taxi Driver, and he's just been kind of sprinkled with Scorsese sometime after. But Scorsese is he's a movie making god, and Abel Ferrara tries his best to do something that's good with Keitel, but it just comes across as just a good film and not quite a masterpiece. So, there are no names in this. Keitel plays this crooked cop who has really every bad habit in the book. Not only, he has a family, but he is an alcoholic, he's a drug addict, he's a gambler, he's a sex addict, he's a thief. Really, anything that, any bad thing that you can think of, Keitel in this movie does it. And he gets a bit of a different outlook on life when he's called to investigate the rape of a nun. Spoiler alert, I do think I should give you guys a heads up. They actually do show the graphic rape scene in the movie, and it is quite disturbing. Just thought that I should let you guys know. So she refused to press charges against the men that did it. Even though she's in the hospital, she figures that, if God can forgive people, then she should too. So while Keitel is investigating things, he's also entangled with this massive gambling debt that keeps building and building. It's about a baseball World Series, and so we have those two things that are kind of wrapping him up a little bit. And I thought that the movie really should have focused more on how much the actual rape case really affects him, because it feels like a little too much of the film is dedicated to the gambling. Don't get me wrong, that is pretty important stuff, but it's the growth of the character that we want to see. It's the changes that we want to see. And another thing that I can understand why the nun character was written to have not pressed any charges and forgiven these men, but at the same time, she should know that if these men are sent to prison, it's very likely going to change them for the better. Lots of times when people go to prison, they get reformed, they change for the better, they vow to do whatever it takes to not go to prison ever again. So if she forgives them and they just roam the streets, who knows what they're going to do who knows who they're going to do another violent crime to. So yeah, I found that to be very disagreeable on her behalf. But the movie is quite gritty. It's gritty, it's pretty realistic, and Keitel delivers what I would call is the performance of his career. Is this an amazing film like Scorsese caliber? No, absolutely not. But it is quite good. I would call it, in a list of best films in 1992, it would make a list like top 20. So yeah, definitely, I'd give Bad Lieutenant 3 stars out of 4.